Hey, it's Igor again, and I have a couple more GoHog attacks to show you guys. I was trying a small difference here. One small difference, which is not always necessary, it depends on the base, is I swapped out a wizard for two wall breakers. It just lets me pad a little bit deeper into the core when I need to, but the objective is the same, that I want to go ahead, grab the queen, grab the CC, and clear it out as much as I can. The second thing that I wanted to play with was trying to speed up the entire attack. So, as you know, with some Golaloon and GoHog type attacks, because you kind of run around the base and grab all the defenses, occasionally you don't have so much time left to go ahead and clean the rest of the base. And if you got that builder's hut in the corner, you curse yourself at 99%. All those good things can happen. So the idea here was to go ahead and be much more aggressive in the timing that I deploy the hogs. And it seems like in the end, I kind of saved 30 seconds, more or less. And the attack is really quite quick. But otherwise, you can see that as I did before, I tried to hold my fifth spell just to simulate more of a Town Hall 9 idea. And let's just take a look at what I did here. There's a couple other small nuances that we can look at too. So first of all, this is obviously a farming base. Town Hall's on the outside. But I try to pick bases that you might see something plausible like this in war. The biggest difference might be it's a little more expanded so that you can fit the Town Hall in the middle. But otherwise, this is kind of a Town Hall 9. It's got some stuff that's near the higher end, like the mortars and whiz. He obviously prizes the AoE. And the cannons, he's got a black one there. A lot of stuff is being built right now. So unfortunately, those are disabled. But, excuse me, that's how it goes sometimes when you are going after farming bases. So just to simulate it, the queen is there, but she's, the pad for the queen is there, but the actual queen is not there. I still build my funnel. You notice this is kind of the timing you want when you funnel. Key is I want this archer tower to still be there. And so if that archer tower is gone, and the mortar is gone, then the next closest inner targets that I want it to reach, the heroes, is this cannon, air defense, and this whiz tower, maybe this elixir. So you want to make sure that your heroes have an early target to lock in from the first layer in. Otherwise, you can imagine I could easily follow these collectors down. So just be aware of that. The timing is essential. Make sure the golem stay pretty close to your force. There's a little bit of coordination that goes on there. So I drop them in. They'll both lock on that. And unfortunately, I think my queen starts to stay outside because it caught that elixir. But I got my king in, one that would take out the enemy queen. And otherwise, I'm still shaving. But you can see here, I've already started my hog deployment. I barely even triggered the CC. As long as the clan castle goes towards my heroes, I have full trust that that force is going to finish it off. This one might have gotten a little bit more dicey because if it's in war, they probably have a dragon, and you want to make sure your queen gets in. Could have been a minor mistake, but obviously in this case it didn't. It turned out not to be a big deal. But the other thing you'll know, like I was saying, was I'm really trying to aggressively go after this, and so this kind of solves two things. One is that as long as my king and golem are up, the expos are going to be locked in that area because they're the closest to attack, and can start trimming away at for free, and not incur too much damage to bugs. So we're going to start going in, trim that. There's a couple of defenses there, so I decided to drop a heal to preserve myself. And I start surgically going around like I did last time, clockwise. And, so these get into the core, they take out the other expo. My king finally goes down, and I keep making my way around. And I drop my last heal to make sure I get past that whiz. Last Town Hall 9 heal at least. And I haven't even executed my queen's power yet. She's somewhere around there. Back corner cleaning up. And we make it all the way around. The golem is still tanking, and my hogs are unscathed aside from those training skeletons. But there's no way we're going to take them out in time. So you can kind of see my point here. I'm trying to provide as much shield as possible. There's no reason why the golem can't be used for more than just the Wiz and the Wiz crew. So we'll go ahead and speed this up. We have clearly a lot of time, and you'll see that it's 100% good stuff. Let's take a look at the other one that I have. Let's see. So again, 2 minutes. This only took 2 minutes. Very efficient, and this is more like what you might see in a war base. Just as an aside, this is the perfect base to do a queen walk because you really don't have too much. Maybe the air defense might be a little too far out. You got to be a little careful of that. But you can trim this whole here through that mortar up down to this side with a queen walk, and then I would probably go the other way around and then have them join my king and some golem here to come in and nail that queen if I wanted to do that. But again, it's much more complicated to do. It takes a lot of time, so if you don't have enough level queen, you might want to just consider something else. But here we go again. I've got my golem grabbing all of that. I tried to bomb where the golem is, but sadly it opened the side, and these things happen. You gotta adjust for it. So that's why I'm a little late on everything there, and the king gets sucked in down that corridor, which is not the worst thing in the world, since I still have my 2 golem going into the center. But I drop my heroes. We're taking care of everything right here. Get the queen, get the CC, the rest. So my golems did take a little bit more of a beating here, but they're shielding everything still. I'm a little bit slower on this because I got thrown off, but I go ahead and grab everything from the top. In red, it might have been better to go from the bottom because then I could keep my queen alive longer. But my idea here was I wanted to get right into this core and not waste time. And so because this whole area was off, I decided that once I trim right here, they could get in. So that's why I decided to take that. And my king barely took much damage this entire way. So they go in right there. 4 Tesla pretty much demands that some healing power in there. So I've got my 3rd one right there. And we're going around, just sprinkling them around. That last Wiz tower is a little bit of but I've got, my whole CC that I can pour onto that area. It's not a problem at all. You can see all the hogs that I have remaining. I mean, this is a pretty tech Town Hall 9. Obviously, raw levels don't work, but, it was pretty much maxed, and I can wreck it pretty with a Town Hall 9 force. So again, the idea here was just to make sure that we get in a little bit sooner, and that gives a little bit more cleaning power to ensure that we get the 3-star and we don't run out of time. And you can use your heroes a little bit better because of that. So think about GoHog seems to be much more balanced strategy than golem. Once I have Hog 5, I'll probably switch a lot more over to that when I clean Town Hall 9s. But, each has its own strengths and weaknesses. And so, happy warring, and hopefully this helps some of you out.